Ahoy, shipmates! Today I'm going to be taking my 100th Mounjaro shot. Yay! And to celebrate today, while I'm taking my shot live here on Anchor Moments,
Yeah.
I want to share 100 ways that we can feed our soul without utilizing any food noise and doing any without eating,
And
but other
sometimes,
ways you feed your spirit.
isn't that sometimes what your hunger really is? And you kind of stuff it with food by instead?
A lot of
Sometimes,
times for us emotional eaters, yes.
at least with me, sometimes in fact, tonight, I was thinking, oh, I wish I had some cookies. Gina gave me all these pictures to put in the slideshows, and I'm having an emotional breakdown.
He was having a hard time getting everything all ready, but it is ready because this weekend my heart was stuffed with love. And I want to share what happened to stuff my heart with love because I'm hoping I can inspire some of you to be able to do something really fun like this too, that will fuel your spirit, that will that will make your heart just smile without having to eat something fattening, to do something else that can bring you joy. And right now is in Arizona, if you're watching this on replay, it is Christmas time here. We're in the holiday season. And for my friends who celebrate Hanukkah, that's coming up right around the corner, too. And so there's all of these wonderful celebrations and things to do. And there is some holiday stress that happens for a lot of people too, and a lot of times in the past, that can lead to quite the binge cycle. And especially if you're an emotional eater, there is a lot more
Opportunity.
opportunity to overeat during this time. And so I want to talk today about a lot of fun things that we can do and concentrate on to enjoy the seasons and to not gain weight while we're doing it.
Now,
So,
wait a minute.
some fun things with no calories.
If we came up with, I came up with a list of, I think, like 10.
Oh, and
I don't
I
know how
came up
many
with a
you came
list of
up with.
25.
Wow.
And
Well,
I've
if
not
we,
seen Jeff's list. So we might
she
have
might
some of
have
the
guessed
same
some of mine,
things.
but yes,
Uh,
right. But we probably aren't, we don't have 100 between us. Where are we going to get the other ideas from?
I'm hoping we get them from our
That was
shipmates.
a setup, by the
That
way.
was a setup.
Yeah.
So we are live right now. So if you are watching this live, I would like you to share in the comments something that brings you either joy or peace that has no calories in it, that can feed your soul, something that brings you either joy or peace. So I'm really excited to see what you come up
Yeah.
with. And Jeff and I are going to share what we've come up with. And I'm also, don't let me forget to take my 100th Manjaro shot live.
Maybe that could be your 100 thing.
That could be my 100th thing. Hey, and it is joyful. I didn't have that down. I could put that as 26. It is joyful for me to be able to be on a
Oh,
GLP-1
starting to get some.
because it has really helped my health. I like going to the doctor now because I always have better lab results. And my doctors were always happy because when I step on the scale, it's lower numbers. And I am down yesterday, I should say, because last night we did go out to eat after our
Don't
special thing.
be
Oh,
pushing that on your
oh,
face. Uh,
we did, and I had some things that had salt in it, so it just gave me a temporary weight gain yesterday. But I had mentioned before for over Thanksgiving, and having 5 days hanging out with my family that came in from out of town and going out to dinner with them and eating higher calorie foods for dinner that I had gained 2 pounds, but only 2 pounds, which is big for me because usually I gain at least 5 pounds when I hang out with my parents. But I only gained two because I did all the stuff that I talked about last Monday to try to help eat fewer calories and still enjoy holiday celebrations, like banking your calories, eating less for lunch, for breakfast and lunch, so you have more calories for that special dinner. Things like that. So if you want to catch all those ideas, I had a whole bunch of them last week, last Monday. But I had gained. I think I let you guys know last Monday that I had gained 2 pounds, but it wasn't. But I was really happy that it wasn't five or more, and I've already lost those 2 pounds. So I went immediately back to eating healthy the day after my parents left. I went to journaling my food again and earning my stickers for drinking my water, eating enough protein, eating enough fiber, eating 4 fruits and vegetables, that kind of stuff. And so I've lost those 2 pounds and I lost just a smidge, just a smidge, like another quarter of a pound. But I can say, guiding my scale back, that in 100 weeks, I have lost 50 pounds on Manjaro. So that is exciting too. And I'm really happy about hitting that milestone. I'm not someone who is a super responder. A super responder in 100 weeks would have lost over 100 pounds. But I am, I work at it and I get movement in every day. And I just started strength training, and that's been really helpful. And I try to eat between 1,300 and 1,500 calories or so a day, and what's works for me according to my registered dietitian that I see, and my doctor's really thrilled with me with my results. And so that's what works for me. There's different things for each of you. And it's always good if you can get to a registered dietitian, please do. A lot of times they're free on your health insurance. And I found that out after a year and a half on Manjaro, wishing I could see a registered dietitian, that I could have been seeing her for free on my health insurance. And once I discovered I could see her for free on my health insurance, I was there. So, anyway, let's go now to so that's
By
enough
the
of
way,
that.
some responses are already coming into the chat.
Oh, good.
So
All right,
what do you want
let's
to do first here?
all right. So hey, so number one on my
Okay.
list has pictures. Because I had promised you last week that I was going to do a live video on Sunday at the Stuff with Love boutique at Sunshine Acres Children's Home.
Do you mean you lied? Did
Uh,
you
I,
lie?
it was a promise I tried to keep,
Uh, but you know
but
what? You were in charge of the day. You can't very
mm,
well just take time off and make a live work.
yeah, it
You
was.
kind of were organized.
Yeah, I was in charge of all the volunteers and get recruiting volunteers and then helping them with all the parts and making sure everything ran smoothly. But it was wonderful, and I did take some great photographs, and I have some little itty bitty video clips. I took two with my camera, so I'm going to be able to show you those today so you can see the excitement of the day and how my heart got stuffed with love yesterday without eating any food, but stuffed with love for 4 straight hours.
Wow, just think about that. You're stuffed
I was
and you're
stuffed.
satisfied. You're stuffed with love, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was so
And
fun.
by the way, that name has been around for a long time, Stuff with Love. I mean, how many years have you done this?
17
Yeah.
years. And this special project, you guys, is something that can be done with kids. And this was created 17 years ago with 8 Girl Scouts and moms in my living room. We needed to do a silver award project for our Girl Scout troop, and we didn't have any money. And we had to think, what could we do without any money whatsoever for a silver award project. And if you do a silver award project for Girl Scouts, kind of like the Eagle Scout, it's the one right below an Eagle Scout, but for Girl Scouts,
but
the silver award.
but harder than the Eagle Scout.
It's pretty
It's
tough.
pretty
Girl Scouts
harder.
has a lot of requirements for something to be good enough. And one of the things is for the silver award is that you have to solve a problem. And what problem are you solving? And so here we sat in my living room. We had no money left in our Girl Scout account.
Why? What'd you spend it on?
We went surfing in California. It was fun. Oh my gosh. We used all of our cookie money to go surfing. So we didn't have any money left. And so we had to think, what could we do that, what could kids do to solve a problem? And we have no money to spend on this problem. And they came up with this great idea. It was so awesome. Their idea was they had a lot of stuff. They were in 8th grade and 9th grade, and they had every Barbie they ever been given. They had every stuffed animal they've ever been given. They had brothers, little brothers, who were starting to grow up a little bit and weren't playing with their Tonka trucks anymore. And so they had, and their brothers had every toy that they'd ever been given since they were a baby. So they were stuffed with stuff that they weren't playing with anymore because they were past that. They weren't playing with Barbies anymore. They were either in high school or going to high school. So they didn't need that stuff anymore. So they had things. So what could they do with all of their toys and other things that we might have in the house? And they came up with an idea that a problem they could solve is that kids do not have money to buy presents for their family at Christmas time because kids don't have money. And so they decided to create a traveling boutique that would find children in need and help them have a store where they could buy presents for their family for free. And little kids usually don't get to gift wrap. And so another thing, we had some gift
Wait, so
wrap in the
how did
house
they buy
too.
these for free? What did they do?
So what we did is we would have sorting meetings where we cleaned out our houses, brought everything over, and put things into categories. And each girl had to be responsible for a category to individually earn their silver award, even though as a group project. And so we divided everything up into categories. So one category was lotions and potions. So
They thought of
any
these names,
yeah,
by
the
the way.
kids, the girls
Yeah.
thought these names by themselves. So like the lotions and potions category was unopened makeup, unopened perfume or lotions, anything really girly. It was called lotions and potions and girly stuff. So that was one category. There was too many toys because toys by itself is just like gigantuan. So one girl took all the board games and puzzles. And so that was the puzzles and games. And then another girl, we had so many stuffed animals, 8 girls lifetime of stuffed animals and their little brothers lifetime of stuffed animals was a lot of stuffed animals. So stuffed animals was a category. Wrapping paper, all 8 homes we went through, wrapping paper to donate for
So
this, and
once a
tape
week
and
on
stuff.
Sundays, they'd all come to our house.
Mhm.
They would bring everything that they got out of their houses, and then they sorted it into these categories
Yeah, so really it was kind of like an
for
eight
inventory.
family garage sale. And 8 families who'd probably never had a garage sale. We had so much stuff. And so we were cleaning out our houses, and each girl, when they would take their category, they had to clean it up. You didn't want a dirty stuffed animal. You had a really nice clean stuffed animal. So we had to clean all of our stuff up so it looked nearly new. And then we needed some place that we could sell our goods for free,
So
sell, but for free. And, not every nonprofit will let you come with things that aren't brand new. One place we wanted to go was the Ronald McDonald House, but a lot of those kids have cancer and different things that they can't have the germs. So if they were going to have gifts, they would have to be brand new. So we couldn't go to the Ronald McDonald House. Then we thought, oh, we'll go to, there was a women's shelter nearby, and we could go there and let the kids at the women's shelter shop for their moms. But you had to be 16 or older to be able to be on the campus of the women's shelter, and we weren't 16 yet. Well, moms were, but the girls weren't, so we couldn't go there. And then we found Sunshine Acres Children's Home as one of two places, and another place called ICANN. And so we took our good, and they were just thrilled to be able to get our nearly new, gently used items. And so that's where we took our store, and we got raffle tickets. And the way that we'd help the kids shop is we would give each child 5 raffle tickets, and we would tell them each raffle ticket is worth one present. And 4 raffle ticket. Each raffle ticket's worth one present. One raffle ticket, we wanted the child to be able to buy something for themselves too. We said Girl Scouts wanted to get you something for Christmas, but we didn't know what you wanted. So we want you to pick one thing out that you would like for yourself, but then you get to shop for 4 other people in your family, or a teacher if they're, because some, if you're single. But anyway, but they could pick 4 gifts for their loved ones. And oh my gosh, it was so much fun. All these little kids, their faces just light up because they're given an opportunity they're not ever given, that they can shop for someone else. And it empowered those kids to be givers at Christmas. And it also empowered my Girl Scouts to be able to do something that helped other people. And I want to tell you, it was life changing. I have a million stories because and I can't tell
What?
all
A million
million
stories?
tonight, but I have probably a million stories, anchor moment stories where we saw God in our lives and through doing the stuff with Love Boutique.
Did you want to show any pictures?
Yes, and I'm gonna show you some pictures, but can I tell you the first story?
Yeah.
Because there is one that just gives me goosebumps, and it makes me so excited that we were able to do Sunshine Acres. When we went to Sunshine Acres Children's Home, they're a 100-acre plot that has it has a at least there's at least 7 houses there now that have um, 8 to 10 kids per house, either all girls. It's either an all girl house or an all boy house. They have a house mom and a house dad that takes care of them. And the kids are in range from 4 years old to seniors in high school. So every house is a mixed age level house too. Um, anyway, when we showed up to Sunshine Acres Children's Home and set up our store. Um, the contact person I had from Sunshine Acres, her name was Kimberly, and she came up to me and she said, Gina, you need to know that one of my house parents is crying and you made her cry. And I said, I made her cry. What happened? And I thought, oh no, what did I do? Did I say something wrong or something? I wasn't sure what I did to make this woman cry. And she said, well, I need to tell you why you made her cry. A couple of weeks ago, the kids in her house, they get to see their extended families on Christmas Day. And they asked their house parent if they could go shopping. So when they show up on Christmas morning to their extended family's home, they wanted to have some gifts for them. And these house parents, they're not wealthy people. They're not wealthy people at all. They're just people with big hearts willing to take care of these kids who have experienced some trauma in their lives and need a safe place to be. They don't have that kind of money to take 10 kids shopping for their extended families, but they saw the hearts of those children wanting to buy those gifts. And that house mom had prayed to God and said she didn't know how she could help them, but thanked them for being such kind, sweet kids, and didn't really know what to do about it. And then we just show up with a store and wrapping paper and
So
everything.
they could
And
get gifts for their families.
yeah, and they could all get gifts for their family. And so we were an answer to her prayer. Isn't that cool? And we were just a bunch of Girl Scouts wanted to work on a silverware. Didn't know what we were going to do because we had no money. But we were answering that house parents' prayers. And I just have one more because this one is so good. Because this is why we keep doing it. We've done it for 17 years, and why we did it more than just that 1 year as a silverware project and then be done with it and then do something else. We've continued to do it. It's been going on for 17 years now. But the reason that we did it again is because my daughter was in charge of the book category. And there were books that were books for kids as well as books for adults.
Not adult books,
Yeah, yeah.
books for adults.
But right. And the books for kids, my daughter had on top of the table, and we had tablecloths on all the tables to make it look kind of fancy. And underneath the table, my daughter had a box of books that an adult would like to read. And one girl, about my daughter's age, probably about a freshman in high school, came up to Alexis and said she was shopping for her grandma. And her grandma lives in Nebraska and can't take care of her, but her grandma gave her a cell phone and they text to each other. And she would like to get a present for her grandma. Do you have any books for adults? And Alexis said yes. And so she pulled out the box from underneath the table. On the very top of the pile of books was a 365-day devotional, and it was brand spanking new, like it never been opened, and it was very had a very pretty cover. And the girl got so excited, and she picked it up, and she said, "Oh my gosh, at Sunshine Acres Children's Home, they give all the children a devotional book." And she had texted her grandma that she had gotten that book. And her grandma said, "Wow, I wish I had a devotional book." And so she said, "This will be perfect. This is the perfect gift to give my grandma." And she's
But
been
wait, there's more.
there's more.
Okay.
And she said, "It's the perfect gift to give my grandma." And my grandma's been complaining since she moved to Nebraska that her feet are really cold. And I was just thinking if I could buy her some slippers, that would be like really neat. But I'm really glad to get this book. And I said, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, wait a minute." Now, it was an 8 family garage sale, but also kind of, but also all 8 of our girls, they created flyers and they asked their friends for gifts too. And gifts would just show up at our front door. And I told that girl that we had this last week 2 pairs of white fuzzy slippers had showed up at my doorstep. But this was the second Stuff with Love boutique. We did it for the kids at I Can on Friday, and then we brought the leftover gifts over to Sunshine Acres on Sunday. So I said, I don't know if they were sold or not, but they would be in the lotions and potions table. So Alexis left her book table and
Our daughter.
walked our daughter, and we walked this girl over to the lotions and potions table. And there was 1 pair of brand new white fuzzy slippers on the very center of the lotions and potions table. That girl was so overjoyed, and she was able to have her picture taken. And so we were able to take a picture of
Gina,
her
stop it. Let me
holding
try.
her white fuzzy slippers and the devotional book, just grinning from ear to ear. And she told us that if she could go to the mall, that's would have been the 2 perfect presents for her grandma, and she just couldn't believe it and was so happy. And later we got that was before digital cameras, it was 17 years ago. We printed out that picture and we put it in a frame, and then we took it to Sunshine Acres so they could mail it to her grandma, so her grandma could have the picture of her holding those 2 gifts. But, anyway, when we were on the way home from that second Stuff with Love boutique and we were done, their silver award was complete. They finished it. My daughter started crying in the car.
Yeah.
And she said, "Oh, mom, I truly get the meaning of Christmas now. Can we do this again, even though we've already earned our silver award? And I said, you better believe it, Alexis. We absolutely can. And the Stuff with Love Boutique has been in existence for 17 years. We have been putting this together. And my daughter's 31, and all my Girl Scouts were like 30 and 31 years old. And but I still keep it going. And every now and again, one of my Girl Scouts will come and help me. But I'm going to show you some pictures from this year.
Are you ready now?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wait. One more story. Wait, that book, that devotional book,
Yes.
because this is important too.
Yes.
You never know the ripple effect of an act of kindness that you can do, what happens with that ripple effect. But I worked at the YMCA 17 years ago, and the YMCA was also, they let us put a big box, wrapped box that people could throw gifts in for the Stuff with Love Boutique there as well. And I was telling somebody at the Y
Ah,
about um about that girl at Sunshine
the
Acres
story
and
you
how
just told.
the story I just told you and how she touched my daughter's heart, how we're going to do it again, and how that was an anchor moment that that book was there and that those slippers were there for that girl. And someone said, "I know who donated that book." I'm like, "Really? Oh, can you please bring her to the front desk the next time she comes in so I can thank her for donating the book and I can tell her how important it was to that girl at Sunshine Acres to be able to give it to her grandma?" And they said, "Sure." The lady who donated that book at the YMCA had dementia. And dementia is a progressive disease. And so she wasn't at the end stages, but she was beginning to middle stages. And when she came in, I shared the story with her, and her husband would bring her to the Y because she couldn't drive anymore. But her husband would bring her to the Y. And I told the story to her and her husband, and she was so overjoyed that somebody loved her book. And then I would see her every day. Her husband would take her to the Y. I saw her every day for over a year. I mean, just over and over again. And every day I would see her, I would remind her and we would talk about her donating that book. And even though she had a hard time with memory, it would make her smile because she'd remember it because it was every single day I would tell her that story. And that's why I could never forget that story. So sometimes it's the receiver that makes the big difference, and sometimes it's the giver or even the donator. There's
and
just
the
so many
kids
ripples.
by this got to be both.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, that is what the Stuff with Love Boutique is. And Jeff has I brought a friend who's a professional photographer. We don't have her pictures today. And she donated her time, and I probably won't get the pictures until January sometime. But once she gives me her professional photos, um, Jeff took some B roll on his camera, and we have two little videos with the B roll on my camera that I'm going to show you today. And Jeff's going to edit all of it to be able to have a legacy piece where we can share how simple it is for anybody anywhere in the world to be able to create their own Stuff with Love boutique and be able to do it in their community.
Now, when you see these pictures, you'll see a lot of stuff that was at the boutique. We
Mhm.
didn't buy all the stuff.
Oh
We're
no.
not that.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Sure.
Lots of people gave, lots and lots and lots of
Yeah.
people gave donations.
So
And the
and
YMCA
wait,
for 17 years has been a drop off spot too.
and toward the end there of us getting together to sort the categories, I was like really scared. Like
Oh
some
yeah.
what
We
we
didn't think we were
somebody
going to have
brought
enough stuff
one
this year.
toy.
Oh, you guys, this was a really
That was a
stressful year for me.
miracle.
There was a whole bunch of miracles from yesterday too. Oh,
All right.
so many miracles.
Why don't
Yeah,
you show the
yeah.
photos?
2 weeks before we said, 2
Okay.
weeks. We only do 3 weeks of
Sorting.
collecting gifts and sorting them, and we have a sorting meeting at my house on Sundays, and all of my category holders, they collect from all the categories and bring it to my house. We sort them, and then the category they're in charge of, like if you're in charge of books, then you take all the books home to your house, and then you do quality control of the books. And we don't, yeah, you know, you, we don't let, we don't have like 50 shades of gray. So some fifth grader gets that for Christmas or something. So, so there is some
Editorial.
editorial
Oh, okay.
pieces, but, and then, but anyway, we only do it for 3 weeks. At the end of our second sorting meeting, I looked at my category holders and I said, uh-oh, you guys, we only have 1 week left to collect gifts, and we only have one new toy that my neighbor gave me. That's it. We have nothing in the toy group. Nothing except this one gift. That's it.
That we knew
And
of
that we knew
because
of.
maybe people were collecting at their homes, but we didn't.
I don't know, but we only had the one and we had 1 week left. And so I was
Scary.
I was really scared. It's like, oh no, what if we don't have enough stuff?
Just bring one toy and let them share.
Yeah, yeah. We have over 70 kids shopping, and there's only one toy. And they're shopping for other people and siblings and stuff with one
Yeah.
toy. Um, Wait till you see. It was just this fabulous Christmas miracle
You ready?
of how many people, when I shared we only had one toy, and the other category holders were sharing with their friends how we only had one toy. Look how this turned out. Okay, here is our van, Grace. We've named her Grace because we want to travel in God's grace. And here I have her stuffed with a bunch of stuff to take to Sunshine Acres on Sunday. One of my neighbors, when I told her, a different neighbor, I told her, Bob and Mary gave me a toy and it was my only toy this year. And my neighbor Julie said, I don't like to shop, Gina. Can I just give you some money? Will you shop for me? And I said, sure. And she gave me $60. And I told her, I'll take a picture of what I get for that $60. Oh my gosh, you guys, Kohl's had a half off Black Friday sale special, and I got 3 Barbie cars with 3 Barbies inside those cars for $60. I couldn't believe it.
Plus,
And then we bought this one, and this was a spoken deal too. This was 2 Barbies with a cool Barbie horse, and it was on sale for half off and was amazing. So Jeff and I bought that one. These are all my volunteers this year. It was a really weird year, you guys, because I'm not a Girl Scout leader anymore. And so when I was a Girl Scout leader, once my troop all aged out and became college students and stuff, I didn't have a troop anymore. And so I became what's called a Girl Scout lifetime member. So I've got a lifetime pin, and I paid a bunch of money to never have to register every year. And I would get new Girl Scout troops. But I've been out of real Girl Scouts with a troop for a long time. Some of these ladies that are in the audience here have been Girl Scout leaders who've done other categories for me over the years. And once they do it until their kids age out. And some of them, their Girl Scouts have all aged out, but they've still come to help me. And some are people that are new friends that came and helped out this year. And look at all those toys, you guys. Look at all of those
that only
toys and
shows
games and
half the
puzzles. And
room,
this is
really.
just part of what was
I was
there.
standing. I was taking this picture. I was standing between 2 rows, so I didn't even get to show
Yeah.
anyone here the row that was in
Oh,
front of
yeah.
me.
And I want to tell you, this year was the hardest year for me to find new category leaders. Because, sometimes when a troop ages out, then the leader's kind of done. And then I have to find somebody else to fill that spot. Well, I needed 3 more category leaders, and it was getting close to the end of finding someone who's going to look through the stuff and do quality control and that kind of thing. And 2 of my category leaders did 2 categories and brought in other family members to be able to help run those two categories a piece.
Did they like it?
they had so much fun, you guys. It was great. And then I've got a couple other surprises. Oh, this wonderful woman, this is Joy. She is my uh, I had a co-leader named, and still do, and a good friend, Cheryl Darland, and this is her mom, Joy. And for 17 years, Joy wished she could go to the Stuff with Love Boutique because Cheryl helps me every year, even though we don't have a Girl Scout troop anymore. And this year, Joy was at Cheryl's home and was able to come with us. And she was just overjoyed to be able to see what the Stuff with Love Boutique was like. And Robin Finlinson, my professional photographer who took pictures of the day, she did take a picture of me and Cheryl, but I don't have it yet. And I don't have one on my phone, but someone did use my phone to take this picture of me and Cheryl's mom. This lady is another anchor moment for me. The lady on the right wearing the cap and the big smile, her name is Lauren. Lauren and I both went to a 4R City Chandler meeting. They have four of those a year, every 3 months, and they get together faith leaders, they get together business owners,
Nonprofits.
and they get together nonprofits. And we figure out how we can work together and share our resources to do big things.
Because sometimes there'll be like, okay, the city is doing a backpack drive for back to school. Oh, but the school district was doing that too. Oh, and this church was doing that too. And just coordinating all of those things, meeting together and kind of figuring out how to coordinate it better.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
more
We'd
efficient
have
to
this
for the
wonderful
need.
backpack drive where we all work together because it used to be some families would go and they would end up, each kid would end up with like three backpacks, but they didn't have shoes. They just have a pair of flip flops. And if the flip flop breaks at school, there's nothing to put on their feet because they have no other shoes at home. So
It's called For Our City.
yeah, 4R City Chandler. So one of the many things we do with 4R City Chandler is we have a backpack drive where we all put it together, and it's a 1 day event where they go to one place, but they get not only a backpack, they get a free haircut, they get new shoes. I mean, it is really, really neat.
You were going to a
So
meeting about
I
this,
was
right?
going to this Forest City meeting, and my friend Jimmy Silva from the UPS, he's the owner of the UPS store. He has helped me out for years, and he gives me really nice glossy Stuff with Love Boutique flyers. And he gave me 150 beautiful flyers for me to take to this event, this networking event. I show up, and there is no other cars in the parking lot. I'm like, what the heck?
No,
Where is everybody?
they were doing construction on the church.
Yeah, the
And
church was having
and
construction, and so 2 days prior, they canceled the networking event. I didn't read my emails to see that it was that it was canceled, and either did Lauren. So Lauren shows up, and she's looking around, and so I walk over to her vehicle, and I said, "Nobody's here. What the heck? This is so weird." And then she checks her phone and sees that it was canceled. And she's like, "Oh no." And I said, "Hey, can I give you some flyers? Because I have these like beautiful glossy flyers." So I tell her about the Stuff with Love Boutique. And she says, "Yeah." She says, "Gina, do you remember me?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I had not seen Lauren in at least 5 years. It was about 5 years ago that I had seen her last."
you're unforgettable,
Yeah,
Gina.
and she remembered me. And even though I've lost 50 pounds, she remembered me. And she said, "Yeah." She said, "I'm working at a new bank now, and we like doing things for the community." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, that's awesome." And so she took a bunch of my flyers. And then I asked her if she'd be willing to volunteer because I really needed a lot more volunteers. And she said, "Sure." So she came with her, and that may be one of her daughters there. She came with her three kids, and she asked me if her children can help, and I'm like, "Yeah, this is a volunteer activity that kids can help kids. I'd love to have your kids help." And all three of her kids were from 11 years old through high school, and so she brought her three kids with her. She had so much fun, and you
Oops, sorry.
guys, she told me next year her bank can help me sponsor this and get more gifts. So I'm just oh,
Sounds
just
like a
she was
miracle that you
that was
both
yeah,
didn't read your email, showed up at the
yeah,
same meeting that was canceled,
yeah.
and she wants to help out with the
Yeah.
event.
And I was short of helpers to help with the stores of category holders. I was still one short. I didn't have anyone to be in charge of jewelry this year. And but she came with her family and helped out, and it ran just perfectly. Okay, and the next, this gal here, Mel's in charge of stuffed animals. She has been with me for, I don't know, 10 or 11 years now, quite a few years. And her Girl Scouts just aged out this year. So this is her first year without a troop, but she still did stuffed animals for me and it was so much fun. And look at all those beautiful stuffed animals we got.
You know, if she hated it, she just said, "Phew, I'm finally done."
Yeah, I don't have a troop
But
anymore, Gina.
right,
Find someone else. But
just goes
no,
to show,
yeah.
how it does feel,
Feel good because
and
it
how
fills your soul to
it fills your soul.
volunteer. Yeah. And then, oh, and then this guy
Who's that guy?
here, this is Jeff. And I'm sure one of his things in his list
Is
of,
playing music,
yeah.
things satisfied my hunger
Mhm.
without food.
Yeah. And so Jeff played Christmas music for us while we were, all of our shoppers were shopping. This lady, oh my gosh, she was a Christmas surprise for me this year too. Her name is Debbie. When we have the sorting meetings on my driveway on Fridays, I mean on Sundays, 3 Sundays before our event, she happened to be walking by and she thought we were having a
And
garage
you
sale.
grabbed her.
Yeah. And she walked over and I said, "Oh, I'm sorry. This isn't I know it looks like a garage sale, but I told her about the Stuff with Love boutique and she's a retired school teacher like me." And she
Neat.
thought this, and Jeff, and she thought this was such a neat idea. And I roped her into being a volunteer. And
You didn't really rope her.
I didn't have to rope her too hard. She thought this would be great. She came and she helped us set up. She was a personal shopper, walking the children around. Um, so they could select their presents and then she helped them wrap their presents and she absolutely loved it. And at the end of the day, she told me she would be my jewelry category leader next year. Yay! And so she has my leftover jewelry. God bless her. I'm just so excited. And she was a nice Christmas surprise anchor moment for me to have her
A
too.
miracle. She was just walking by,
Yeah.
and
And oh, and it was the last week. You
yeah,
know, I mean, and for me to be able to rope her in and she filled my last category where I didn't have enough category holders and now she's going to do it for me next year. So that was just so fabulous.
that's
She
why I
was an
love
answer to
pictures.
my share. So is that okay? So
Uh-huh.
let's show and then I got to see something that I thought was really cool too. Show the 35-second video first.
Which one is it? Look at this.
It's the one that it looks like it's you're
No,
just looking at the ground
which
versus
one is it?
it's not the one of you playing. You can't see you playing the ukulele.
Is
It's
it
the other
this
one.
one?
Let's shoot and see if it's
35
that one. It's
seconds?
35 seconds.
This is it. Not sure if they're going to hear it or
Okay.
not.
Even if they don't hear it as the B-roll, this gal here named Shelly, she was in charge of arts and crafts. And last year she helped all of our leftover arts and crafts, so I didn't have to worry that there wouldn't be enough. And more stuff came in. So we gave the kids an extra gift that they could have a ticket for, they all got a bonus gift of an arts and crafts. So instead of 5 gifts apiece, they got that one as a sixth gift, and we had enough books that that could be a seventh gift. But in this 35-second video, see how the gal in the hoodie, she's a high schooler that attends Sunshine Acres Children's Home. And the Barbie that she's holding in her hand, that it has the horse with the two Barbies with it, she bought it. That was one of the gifts that I bought at Kohl's that I showed you earlier. That has two Barbies and a horse, and she bought it for one of her loved ones as one of her gifts to give away. And it was just amazing that in this 35-second clip, I got to catch that. And at the beginning of the clip, Jeff, where Shelly is taking someone is talking to the kids, because every child gets one arts and crafts for free as a bonus gift,
So they got
and
5 to choose, 4
um,
for the family, 1 for themselves,
right. And
and
then we had two bonus gifts. Everybody got a book as a bonus gift, and everybody got an arts and crafts as a bonus gift. So they got to leave with 7 wrapped presents. And it could be at least 4 gifts for other people. And then those 2 bonus gifts could be for themselves. Because I figure, if you've experienced trauma in your life, arts and crafts is just wonderful, therapeutic. Hey, I should put arts and crafts is
yeah.
a
You know
something
what?
that brings you joy that doesn't do food.
I think someone mentioned it in
Did
the
someone do
comments.
that?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Because that's right. Doing arts and
Are
crafts
you ready for the
can
next
bring you joy.
video?
But anyway, um, that in that 35-second, and where someone gives her a ticket and she gives them an arts and craft, that was a Hello Kitty arts and craft. And Jeff and I bought that at Five and Below, the Five and Below store. And so it was just really fun. In this 35 seconds, I caught 2 kids purchasing the gifts that you and I brought. And I didn't even try. I didn't know that that was going to happen. But I thought that was God giving me a little
A
anchor
little
moment.
wink.
Yeah, just a little wink saying, "Good job, kid,"
Are you ready
because
for the
we're all
next?
God's children. Absolutely. And then we have one more little video that just really shows the day. And here's Jeff. He's playing the music, Christmas song. This is the men's department. So we had gifts for dads and teen boys and uncles and stuff, and all
Look at
those
how
stuff.
much stuff was
Look
there.
at how much stuff, you
I
guys.
couldn't believe it.
I mean, we were just amazed, just amazed. And there's the kitchen and home decor. And then any leftover gifts that I tell the category holders, if they're willing to hold their category, some of the leftovers at their house, or even a box or 2 of it for seed for next year, that'd be great. But anything they didn't want to hold at their house, we leave at Sunshine Acres, and they have a thrift store, and so they can sell it and then raise enough money to keep the electricity on and feed the kids. So, oh, and this is our purses category. And oh yeah, and there's some toys, some balls and things. They divided it out. They did such a good job. And then
Toys
the
for
toys
babies
that way are
as well as
for
pets.
little
Sure.
toddlers. Yep, there's a little bit of Cheryl's shirt.
Oh, this is nice.
Just so
Very
pretty.
organized toy
But
store you got
I
here.
think it was just look at all those toys, all of those toys there. We only had 2 weeks in, just 1 week left, and that last week, all those toys came in. It was a Christmas miracle. It was so neat seeing all that work out. Okay. So that is my number one of 100 things. Volunteer.
So wait, are the stories for each of them that long?
No, that's my longest story. But I promised him that I was going to do
Yes.
a YouTube live of the stuff with Love Boutique yesterday, and I didn't. But you still got to kind of feel a little bit of what it'd be like to be there. And we'll have a edited video coming out in the future if you'd like to create a Stuff with Love Boutique in your community, different ways to do it. And it's great. A National Honor Society or Girl Scout group, Boy Scout group, Elks Club, so many different people could do it as a fun group project.
So you'll have a video about how to do one yourself if you want to do them.
Yeah.
Now, should we take turns here maybe?
You know what? Do you
And
want
then
to
we go
do?
over because I want to see what they suggested in
Oh,
the
yeah.
chat.
And we're going to be reading all of yours in the chat too. Do you want to do your 10, Jeff? And then I'll mark off if you have one that's the same as one of mine.
Okay. I put down swimming, although it's not swimming time of year.
Oh, good. I think I forgot something.
You want me to keep going?
Yeah.
And I see someone else also suggested going for a walk,
Yep.
an outdoor game or sport. We were thinking about doing. We have a set of
Go
cornhole.
for a walk.
You want to play cornhole and you want to play pickleball.
I
Playing a board game.
Oh, playing. Yep, I got playing a game.
Oh, and you know what? The neighbor across the street noticed that my grapefruit tree was dying. We had a bunch of branches that were dying, and I was cutting them with a saw, a hand saw, taking forever.
It gave him
And
tennis elbow.
And he said, "Why are you doing that? I have a chainsaw. I'm going to come over and help you do this." And he came over. I wouldn't have wished that on my worst enemy to help me chop down those branches out of my grapefruit tree. But you know what? He was so kind and was a volunteer and came to do that
So
to help.
help a neighbor.
He
So
was
help
he's,
a
he's
neighbor.
hired, and he says, "I'm bored. I want to come over and help you." Very nice.
Yeah.
And so helping someone else,
Yeah. And helping a neighbor. How
volunteering like
fun.
that, finding one room to clean and organize, and I like to do it one room at a time. Otherwise, and even one room is a lot because maybe
Yeah.
you can find one thing to clean and organize.
Yeah. You
Playing,
can maybe even start with a drawer.
yeah,
You know.
maybe just one tiny little
Yeah.
place.
Just do one drawer first.
Playing a musical instrument. Hey, when you clean out those drawers, maybe you'd find stuff for a Stuff with Love boutique.
Yeah.
And yard work or working outside. Sometimes it's a garden, or maybe it's like pulling a few weeds, or maybe it's just being out in the morning sun. That's what I put down.
Oh, being out in the morning sun. You said
What did you
pull
put?
weeds. I didn't have pull weeds.
You didn't have pull weeds?
Oh, at 30.
Do you want me to go?
Be out morning sun. Yeah.
I'm going to go through the chat and see what they have, or you're going to read your list.
Oh, I thought well, uh, should we go through the chat first and then I'll read mine?
Sure.
All right. And I'll try to mark off if some of theirs was the same as
Why
mine.
don't you do your thing like you do with clicking on the ones and saying hi to everybody?
All right. And we got
Thanks for adding your
Grant in the
ideas.
house. Yay. And he's one of our moderators too. And make sure we don't have to worry about trolls. Thank you, Grant. And Cindy's in the house. Yay. I need to wear my glasses.
Yes, you do.
Oh, lost the parts here. Yay. Welcome. And we got Denise in the house too. And Mounjaro Journey with Pam. Yay. Hey, and Claudia's here too. Thank you, Claudia, for congratulating me 100 weeks in. And let's see here. And everyone's saying hi to each other. Oh, here's one. Who's Christmas lights and fireplaces? I didn't have fireplaces.
My neighbor across the street has really great.
But I said, look at Christmas lights. I'll mark that one off. And I'm going to write that one down. Fireplaces. Now we're up to 31. Fireplaces. Got it? Okay, what else they got? Next. Claudia says, waves. I enjoy going for a drive along the coast, seeing the gorgeous Pacific Ocean while sipping on my ice water. Right. So I'm going to write driving on the coast. Driving.
And if you don't have a coast, you could drive someplace pretty.
Yeah. All right. So that's 32.
Here, I'll let you click, Jean.
Oh, okay. And Claudia also listens to her favorite music on those drives, including oldies and Motown music.
We love 80s music.
Yeah, I think I did sing. I have sing your favorite songs, but we could say listen to your favorite songs. That down is listening because not everyone likes to sing, but they might like to listen. Listen
and
to music.
And Denise, is it Denise? I can't see.
Denise. Going caroling to sing to the shut-ins.
That's great.
Yay! I'm adding that right now. I used to do that with my Girl Scout troop too. 34.
You have only 66 more to write down, Gina.
To shut-ins. We'll find it. We're going to get there. All right. What does someone else have?
Jane says, hi, friends.
And we got Laura in the house. Yay. And Dawn's here. Woohoo. And so is Calamity Jane. And we got Mayor Mindy in the house. Hopefully she'll come up with something fun for us too.
She got 3. Hey, hey, and hey. You can talk, Gina.
And go to the next one. I think Cindy's got something. She says, today I am homesick. When I lived in Newport Beach most of my life, I loved sitting on the beach. And today, my peace is truly long drives or simply sitting on the porch. I don't have that. Sitting on the porch,
We have a friend who sometimes will post on
listening to the
Facebook,
cows.
and he goes out
Sitting.
before the sunrise, sits on his porch and has coffee and waits and watches the sun come up.
I'm going to write listen to cows as its own
Listen to
separate one.
cows.
Uh, did someone give us a super chat? Look, right there, you skipped it.
I did?
Well,
I
click
skipped
that.
it?
No, no, click that. Sandy, click it.
I'm clicking.
Why is it not going? Go backwards.
Go back.
Mystery. It's 6:44. Oh, it was recent. How do you make it go over? Well,
Mhm.
Sandy, we're going to see it in a minute. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the super chat. You made my heart smile. I'm going to put giving or receiving a super chat. I'm going to put that on the list. All
And thanks
right.
about the shirt. I like playing ukulele music wearing my Hawaiian shirts.
Yeah. Okay, so you like wearing fun clothes. I'm going to add that too. Wearing,
Just Hawaiian shirts.
all right, Hawaiian shirts.
My last year of working, I pretty much wore Hawaiian shirts to work every day.
He did. You know, they say dress for the job you want. So that's how Jeff did it. He wore
They
a
said,
Hawaiian shirt
please,
every
please come
day.
back and work one more year. Okay. But I'm
But I'm
gonna wear
wearing my Hawaiian shirt every day, and he did. No ties.
And there's,
Yeah, Mounjaro
go
journey
ahead,
with
Gina.
tan. Okay,
Oh, it
chickens and
has
donkeys.
chickens and donkeys.
Oh, yeah. And I bet Calamity Jane would say that too, because she loves her chickens. That chickens and donkeys give peace and joy. All right.
Wendy,
All right.
are you
Yep.
Dawn?
Hey, Don.
Everybody's
So
saying
saying hi.
hello.
Yep.
Okay. Yep.
And Sandy Murphy says, "Hi, shipmates. Hope everyone had a great day today." And you know what? I'm going to count all these hellos are. I do have one of my 25 is saying hi to people. You know, it's just fun wherever you are, is saying hi to everybody and making them smile and doing it with a smile.
You know, and forgiving people too, Gina.
Oh, Denise says she forgives me for not doing that YouTube live that I was trying to do yesterday, but I
Yeah.
just couldn't. I couldn't
Yeah.
get it done.
I thought you were crazy to try to do it.
Yeah.
That was an amazing
It
event.
was it was just so full of miracles, so many. And Dawn says something that gives me peace
Crafting
and
with my
joy,
grandson.
yeah, is walking on the beach and crafting with my grandson.
That's
And
wonderful.
you know what? We put about crafting, but we didn't say spending time with grandchildren. So I'm going to put that.
I was thinking that.
That's a good one
Yeah.
with grandchildren. So I'm up to 40 so far.
Who's Grant?
And Grant says, something that gives me such joy is hiking around trails here at my home with my family. I enjoy it now more than ever since I can keep up with everyone now. And that is a blessing. And Grant, you're down what, 70 pounds now, I think? Quite a bit.
Did you write
And it's
hiking down?
amazing. So I'm going to say hiking trails because that's different than walking. Hiking trails. Got it. And Clemmy just, what amazing idea. And Claudia says, while staying home, I have prepped little containers with carrot sticks, celery sticks, snow peas, pomegranate, beef jerky, etc. Healthier snacks. Grab and
That's
grow
a
fridge.
great idea.
You know what? Preparing, not eating them, but prepare food prep of healthy things.
But you know what? It's not even just that. It's having them a little to go, quick
Oh,
grab
yeah.
and stuff. That's a great idea.
Food prep of healthy meals and snacks. Got
I
it.
think you should say grab and go, but
All right, grab and go. I am writing grab and go
And-
too.
I can't see from here. See LC of Brooklyn?
Oh,
Hello?
what brings me joy is being able to do something for less fortunate neighbors. Yeah, helping out less
It really
fortunate.
does.
Yep. Helping neighbors.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes we we buy at Costco, and we'll have 2 loaves of bread in a pack, and we really do want just 1 loaf,
Yeah.
and we can give a loaf away.
We do
It's
that a
like
lot. And so we like to do it with raisin bread. And so we've given to our neighbor who always takes in her grandkids when they're in need. And Jeff gets a loaf of raisin bread, and we give a loaf of raisin bread to her. And then I have another neighbor that helped Jeff put gravel in our yard and spread gravel. I mean, like, who does that? Spread rock on a
Yeah.
110-degree day.
Again,
She was spreading rock,
I
tearing.
would not have wished that on my worst enemy.
Oh my gosh, she was so helpful helping us with that. And so every now and again, I um I get a hankering
Gravel?
for sourdough bread, but I can't keep it in the house because I'll eat too much of it. So I have the slice or two that I need, and then I would take it over to Terry and then give it to Terry. And let's see. And Grant says, what a great ministry, Gina. That's awesome. Thanks. Yeah, that stuff with Love Boutique is just too fun. And Claudia says, sometimes I walk to our park and read there, reading books. Yes.
That's
And walk around a park. Being at a park is fun and very
there's a
peaceful
couple
too.
more there too, Gina.
Around a park. Oh, and she likes to play solitaire. So that's 45. Solitaire. And that's peaceful. And she says, and I'm a volunteer extraordinaire in our community. Love the senior center. So that keeps me busy away from food. Yes. So
Write down.
volunteer at a senior
Yeah,
center. I'm going to
see?
put that for Claudia too.
That's a good idea.
46. And you could go either way because some of us are seniors. So you could go to the senior center and just socialize with friends at the senior center. Or if you're not a senior yet or whatever, or a younger senior, you can go and entertain the seniors. So senior center
What if I'm a
visits.
junior?
Yeah, he's a junior in heart for sure. And Tracy says, I find so much joy and peace in going for outdoor walks. Also, any kind of exercise like strength training at Planet Fitness. And
How
we do
did I
that
forget that?
too.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put that down. Strength training at the gym.
The nice thing I find about walks, if you have a partner that you like to talk to,
Yeah.
you can talk to them on the way. Or if you just like to,
And you know that's something that's nice about Planet Fitness? For your membership, you can bring someone with you for free every single time. And it doesn't even have to be the same person. I can bring someone different each time, or I can bring Jeff every
What?
time, but you can always bring one guest per visit for free. And I love that about Planet Fitness.
I thought it was me.
And her favorite is the outdoor walks. Oh, I love you. You're always my favorite. You know that. All right. Ooh, we got 47 now. This is good. Let's see, what do we got? Oh, you're welcome, Cindy. I'm glad you liked my stories. And Claudia says, oh, Gina, I love this sweet story of what you all did. And Girl Scouts rock. And you know what? You know what's fun? Girl Scouts. Scouting. I'm gonna put
There
Girl
we go.
Scouting. And you know what? You can't be a Girl
too.
Scout.
Put camping down.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna write Girl Scouts, Girl Scouting. And then I'm gonna put camping for 49. That's a good one. Camping. Okay, what else we got? Hey, and GLP-1 Journey and Reviews here. And tomorrow, Jeff and I are going to be interviewed by Lori, who is GLP-1 Journey in Review. It's going to be at 11 o'clock Arizona time, 1 o'clock her time. I don't know if we're doing it live or she tapes it, not quite sure. But be looking for her channel because we're going to be showing up there because we'll be doing our interview tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, Mounjaro Journey with Pam's loving this. Thank you. And then keep going. And then Grant says, these stories show how you're meant to be doing this. Yeah. So wonderful. That's what really makes it an anchor moment. But seriously, guys, I did not have enough leaders. I didn't have enough stuff. It really looked like it could flop this year. And no, it was like one of our best years left yet. So what I learned from my 17th annual Stuff with Love Boutique is to trust in God. and know that if you're doing wonderful things to help others, he's going to help you in it somehow, and to trust him. And I need to learn to trust him better, because it really did. It looked like it was going to fail this year. It was not looking good. And then all of a sudden it was the best ever. I'm just overjoyed. And Claudia says, we love Alexis, Gina, and the rest of the sweet Girl Scouts that still keep this going all these years later. Yep. And Dawn says, oh, that's such a heartwarming story. Thank you, guys. And Grant says, that's amazing. Any idea how many gifts total were given? Hundreds.
Well,
There was
so
hundreds of gifts there.
7 per kid, about
Well, 7
maybe?
per kid, and 7,
Probably.
you know what? And there was 70 kids. And then
Yep.
we also did the
70
house
times
parents'
7.
kids. So it's 70 times 7.
Wait,
That's in the Bible
I
for how
know.
many times you're supposed
Forgive
to
your neighbor.
forgive your
someone
brother.
who
Yeah.
hurts you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sins
So
against you.
yeah. So 70 times
490 times. That's
Yeah.
That's
So 490 presents were wrapped in one afternoon that were going to be given to someone else. And then we had leftover gifts as well. And some of those will be going to their um some of them are going to be saved for next year's Stuff with Love Boutique, and some were given to their thrift store to help raise money for Sunshine Acres too.
I joked about that, but 70 times 7 doesn't mean a literal 490 times.
Oh, it's more than
It
that.
means,
For
like,
you have to
don't just
keep
do it once.
you have to
You
keep
be
forgiving people.
exactly.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But
Sorry.
we did have 490 gifts, which was
Yes.
the 70 times 7, because there was 70 students
And
there.
the leftovers went to the thrift shop,
Mhm.
which will be available for other people, but it won't be part of the gift giving that we did at Stuff with Love.
Yeah, there was a lot more than 490. That's how many were
Leftovers went
selected.
to the thrift
Because
shop.
the last kid who shops still needs to have a whole bunch of presents to choose from.
I can't
He
just
can't have
5
crumbs.
presents left.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, you have to have these 5 things, you have to have a lot of leftovers to make it a true shopping experience. And Claudia says, wonderful that Miss Joy got to go along. I know, Joy was so happy. And Laura says, it brings me joy to gather new puzzles, crossword puzzles, word search, and pick a nursing home in my area to give them to. I pick most of them up at yard sales.
That's a great idea.
She's got a bunch in there. So number 1, garage sailing. Some people love to go to garage sales. Uh, garage sales. And then number 2, getting puzzles for seniors. That is so sweet at garage sales. Okay, got it. That is
great.
great. See, I knew at first Jeff and I were like, can we come up with 100 together? And I'm like, I
What do
don't
you
have
want
enough
now?
time, before and just read you 100 things. I'm like, you know what? They'll give me stuff. Let's have a starter list, and I am sure my shipmates are going to help us get there. And Sandy says, you guys are awesome. Thanks for all you do. Oh, thanks so much, Sandy. And she gave us, look at that super chat.
Thank you.
And that does give me joy in my heart that someone likes our stuff enough to give us a super chat. We appreciate you so much. So thank you so much, Sandy. And Sin says next, I think she was trying to write maybe November, because autocorrect and stuff. So I bet she's going to write something
Oops, sorry. So
shortly. And Grant says, good one, Pam. Christmas lights are always wonderful. Just saw some great ones at Busch Gardens this past weekend. Grant even sent me one of the pictures, and they were fabulous. So, Grant, that could be 52 going to Busch Gardens with family. Because it's at Christmas time, Busch Garden.
And here's next November. It was November.
Okay, see, going to Busch. It helps that we used to teach kindergarten and 3rd grade, because kids would have to try to write on their own, and you have to try to guess what it is they're trying to write. Next November, put on the chat. I would love to donate money so you can buy gifts. Oh, thanks, Cindy. And anybody who does give me money for a gift, like my neighbor, I took a picture of what it is I bought so they could see what's the gift. but thank you so much. Aw. Hey, Grant gave us a super sticker too. Thank you so much, Grant. I appreciate it. And Dawn says, "Oh yes, Christmas lights. My aunt's neighbor puts on a light show, sync to music on her farm. They don't charge admission, but they take donations to go to the
Oh,
for the fire and the police. Oh,
supporting
so
our first
supporting our first
responders.
responders.
Put it on your
I'm
list.
gonna put that on there. Support first responders. And I think I had on there looking at Christmas lights.
I think so too.
But we didn't have support first responders. Okay, and 54. Claudia, I get to drive along the coast on weekends to Prismo and up
Pismo Beach.
to Cambria. Oh, nice. Grant, we almost went to Busch Gardens last month, but it was too soon for the lights. And Mindy says, playing with the grandkids. And I did something with grandkids, but I'm just going to add that playing with grandkids because they're so wonderful. They bring a lot of joy. And Cambria Christmas lights are so great. We have a living zoo called Calm. Hey, living zoo called Calm in Bakersfield. Such pretty lights. But going to the zoo, how about that?
And we have zoo lights here too.
And we have zoo lights at our zoo too in Phoenix. Going to the zoo.
Uh,
Oh, Mindy, I love you. That is so, you made my night. Oh my gosh. I'm going to put that. That's number 56. Watching anchor moments.
what are we going to get up to, Gina?
We're at 56 right
Okay.
now. And Grant says, I've never been to the one in Florida. We go to the one in Virginia, Busch Gardens. Listening to California Mission church bells. All the church bells. Okay. That is a good one. 57. Listening to church bells.
This is one from our grandson. Listening to the cuckoo clock.
Oh, he loves our cuckoo clock.
Well,
Oh my gosh.
Clock chimes, yeah.
Yep. So I'm gonna put cuckoo clocks. Showing the inside. Mindy says showing the inside of our refrigerator to people
That
on the
can be
internet. Oh, Mayor Mindy, you're killing me. I love it. I'm gonna put that on there. Showing fridge. Seriously, and you too could have joy and let us show your refrigerator what's in your fridge. Be aware, Grant. We're coming to your house next, and I look forward to seeing what's in your fridge, Grant. And it's a peaceful, joyful thing. Showing your fridge. I love
Just
that.
hide the candy in the box.
Fridge on internet. Got it.
Oh.
And I did that to Jeff last week. Oh, that was so funny. He did not want me to do it.
Well, I didn't mind looking in the fridge, just that I have to carry the external drive and
yeah,
the
and make
cord
sure
from
that the camera
camera
doesn't fall off because our
and-
camera isn't the attached one. We put an extra one on. I know it's still
It's
not
higher
the world's
quality.
greatest, but it's higher quality than the one in our computer.
and I had to worry about you dropping the laptop. Anyway,
But
cruising with
we
friends,
didn't hurt
Mindy
it.
says.
Ooh, cruising with friends. Oh,
Crank up the
that
tunes,
is
too.
fun. That was something I used to love to do in high school. Cruising with friends.
Grant says, haha, Mindy.
I know that was hilarious. That was the
Line
funniest thing as a 9.
dancing.
Oh, line dancing.
I would like to learn to
61.
do that.
Okay, 61.
I dance all the time. Wait, there was a time at our wedding.
Yeah, you'd line dance then. He doesn't do a lot of dancing. He does a little bit because I'll make him do a slow dance and come up with me.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't let you get away with no dancing. And Mindy, I'll be sure to clean up my fridge too. Yeah, because I want to visit you too in California, Pam. We haven't been in California with Grace yet, but once we go to California, you're on our list to go see. So yeah, you might want to start cleaning out your fridge now. Yeah, see, this is why I'm doing this, you guys. It's not to see if we can come up with 100 things, but we're going to get ideas from each other. And you know what? Not everybody's joyful thing is going to be your joyful thing. You're going to go, oh, I don't like to go to the beach. I get sand between my toes and I'm not a beach person. But you might think, when you go to Costco, it always comes 2 loaves of bread. Maybe you just need the one and you can give one, you can give one to a neighbor
So
or
if you think of
whatever.
any, after we finish this chat, if you think of any and you want to put them into the
The
comments,
comments,
that
yeah.
would be
So
really
if we
good.
don't if we don't hit a 100 in on the live chat, we're going to keep this going. And I want you, when you're watching on replay, type what your favorite thing is that brings you joy or peace that does not involve
You need
eating
glasses.
food. Okay. And Grant says, prayers for my wife, please, this week as she goes for skin removal surgery Thursday.
Will do.
Absolute. And you know what brings peace? Prayers.
And you know what? When I go to Planet Fitness with you as your guest, Gina,
Hmm.
and I'm on the equipment, I have headphones and I like to do praying while I'm there. And I have actually those rosaries and song that I just listen to and have playing. So it's not something I have to, stop and I can just do it while I'm exercising.
So you've been doing that
Yeah,
too.
and I
He
think
likes to
first,
listen
which
to it
people
on the
do I
plane
need to
too when we fly
pray?
places.
And I just think of who do I need to pray for? So thank you.
Mhm.
I will do that.
You're welcome. And for our fellow Catholics out there, I'm not a cradle Catholic. I still feel very interfaith. Um, and I go to all kinds of churches, including the Catholic Church. But I did convert to be Catholic, but I still am very interfaith in my heart. But Jeff is a cradle Catholic, and he feels the most comfortable in the Catholic Church. But we have a playlist on Anchor Moments where Jeff and I sing the Rosary in a kind of a round kind of thing. How Jeff put it together, and it's really quite beautiful for people who like to do the Rosary. You can listen to it or sing along,
Or
and
just,
it's
yeah, listen
peaceful.
to it and
Yeah.
it brings you into awareness of God being with you.
Yep.
I feel.
Yep. Okay, where are we next? So Dawn says, absolutely, Grant. Know that you're both in our prayers. Yep, our whole community is going to be praying for you. And Pam says, having coffee with my best friend brings me joy. Hey, that brings me joy too. And I didn't write that one down. I love it. Having coffee with friends.
Now, when you have coffee, it usually involves people bringing food over, though,
Yeah.
too.
So what I
So
do is my house, a lot of times you just have to be the instigator and everybody's willing to come, but they just need someone to get things started. So I have, for the 34
you're an
years we've lived in,
activator.
I'm
I
an
don't know if you're an
activator with it.
instigator.
Yeah, I'm more an activator. But I have my neighbors over at least once or twice a month. It used to be every single Friday when my kids were little and I was a stay-at-home mom. It was every Friday they came to my house and it gave me a reason to clean up a little bit. And I would make the coffee, but I don't have to have snacks because snacks just come. And nobody signs up for snacks. So sometimes we'll have lots of snacks and sometimes just one person. And I always tell them if no snacks show up, no worries. I always have toast. Yay, toast. And I can make you guys toast. But I've never had to make toast. There's always at least one person that'll bring a treat for everyone. But it's so fun to sit with a friend and having friends with coffee. And Cindy says, praying Grant that everyone who she meets and the hospital are extensions of God here on earth and that God's hands take over.
Amen.
Amen. That is beautiful, Cindy. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah. And Pam says, my daughters earned their Silver Girl Scout Award by creating fun bags for patients at our local cancer center. Blankets, hot cocoa, books, cards, etc. All items donated. A great experience for us. Isn't that neat? That is a wonderful Silver Award
Girl
project.
Scouts rock.
Girl Scouts do rock. And I'm going to create, because that's a great idea. And anybody could do that. Create fun bags
Patience.
for cancer patients. I like that. Cool. All right. And and that's a good idea too for other people whose kids are in National Honor Society and they have to have so many service hours. They can create that as a service hour, and create it themselves. And then, and then go and drop off gifts like that. That's a wonderful service project anybody could do. That is so fantastic. Thanks for sharing.
And Denise
So
says
neat those Girl Scouts did
Christmas
that.
parades.
Yes. We've been in our Christmas parade locally here a few times with our kids.
Our son, when he was in Webelos, he got to lead off one of the parades by holding the flag. Was he carrying the flag?
He got to carry the
Nice.
American flag, and they were the first float because
Yeah.
they were the ones to carry the flag. And so our son Jacob got to lead the parade that year. And one year, Jeff and I were part of the International Film Festival in Chandler, and we were in the Chandler Christmas Lights Parade. And Jeff and I, this was 50 pounds ago for me, you guys. Jeff and I used to dress up as the Blues Brothers, and he's the tall, skinny one, and I'm the short, chubby one. So I'd be John Belushi, and
I'd be Dan Aykroyd.
yeah, and so we had the hats and the sunglasses, black tie, white shirts, and it was so much fun. And it was so neat that when we'd walk by the little kids, they thought we were Men in Black, but the older adults knew we were the Blues Brothers. Okay. Hey, and Don says going out with the hubster, taking
Hubster.
nature pics. Yay! Ooh, nature photography. Ooh, that's a good
Oh,
one.
Then
And
painting them.
oh, painting. Well, that's another one. So 67, painting. Oh, yeah. Oh, and he got great shots of the snow too. How
Sorry.
wonderful. That's okay. I love trying to watercolor his pics. I'm a beginner, so not great, but I try and it's fun. Yeah. It's hard to eat if you're painting, and it's something fun to do. And Denise says, we'll be praying for your wife, Grant, and keep us updated,
Thank
praying
you.
she has a speedy recovery and feels great. Absolutely. Thanks, Denise. Oh, as long as you don't eat them, the baking. We were trying to do things that don't have calories,
Well,
but it
you
doesn't
know
have
what?
calories to bake them, only to eat them.
When you make your grandma's Christmas dolls,
Yeah.
you have so many you want to send.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, I don't let any of them.
So
We're not allowed to eat them until I make enough that I can get the packages done for into the mail, and then we can eat them. So baking Christmas cookies. Love it. Oh, and thanks for your prayers too, Laura, for Grant's wife. We're at 68 so far, you guys. Hey, Mounjaro Jury Pam, giving someone a thumbs up. Thank you. And you guys, I am 7 subscriber. I need 7 more subscribers and we'll hit 4,000 subscribers. We're just 7 away. So if you haven't subscribed yet, yeah, helping us hit that 4,000 mark would be really great. Thank you. And thanks for the thumbs up.
and that can.
So I'm going to write giving someone a thumbs up.
Yes, I was going to say that.
Giving and receiving thumbs up.
Snuggling my chihuahuas.
Oh,
Black Squirrel says.
oh yes, black squirrel.
So chihuahuas, they cuddle, do they?
Or, I'm going to say snuggle
I've never had a chihuahua.
with puppies. Chihuahuas were
I've
forever
had one
puppies.
chase me before.
Oh, goodness. And Sandy says, Grant, sending prayers. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Sandy. And I had known removal. Oh, and so you had yours in October. How did it go, Sandy? And if you ever want to be a guest on our show, let us know. And we would love to have you. Just email me, Gina@anchormoments.com.
Being a guest on Anchor Moments.
Oh, all right. I'm going to put that down. Being a guest on Anchor Moments. Being a guest on Anchor Moments.
And Denise says, thanks for the reminder, Pam.
I agree. Prayers for Grant's wife. Yep. And she meets the doctors and teams who test her the best and do the best for her. Yes. Yep. And Grant appreciates all these prayers. And Sandy's praying too. And Pam says, oh, watching The Sound of Music. Watching Sound of Music.
And if we're listing videos,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to say It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, I love that one too.
I'm also going to say Elf.
Oh, I know. Watching It's a Wonderful Life. Oh, we're at 73 already. All right. And Pam says, I'm also not a cradle Catholic and converted when I was 15. So I'm like you. Yeah. And Cindy says, have a great night, folks. Off to bed. My gym session starts early and sleep brings me joy.
Yeah.
Sleep. Sleep.
You
That's
know,
peaceful
when
too.
kids are little, they don't
Sleep.
realize how good they have it. Oh, you need to take a nap. Need to. Imagine when you're old and you can't. Or, like you have to go to work or something like that,
All right. So that is, there
How many
are
did you get?
74.
74.
And ones that I might have had that weren't mentioned because I wanted to go straight to see you guys's. We hit watch favorite holiday movies, visit a friend, do a random act of kindness. A random
And we
act of
heard of
kindness.
some.
And some people gave some ideas of that. Sing your favorite songs, pray or meditate, then take a bath. I don't think anyone said take a bath.
No?
Take a bath or sit in a jacuzzi, buy a gift for someone, pick an angel from a giving tree to shop for
Oh,
someone in need.
that's good.
We had people say about visiting retirement homes, so I did that. Dance in your home or under a starlit sky. And blow bubbles. No one put blow bubbles. That's one of my
Write that
favorites.
down.
Walk your dog or a neighbor's dog. Hug a friend. Hugs are always joyful, peaceful things. I love hugs. Smile and wave at cars or people passing by. Join a club, any club. I'm an elk now.
Be
Read
kind to
read a book.
cashiers,
I think someone said about being
Gina.
Yep, like your mom used to say, to be kind to a cashier and
Smile.
smile at them. And I put participate on a YouTube live chat, and I like doing that on other people's channels too. And then and then everything else either you said or somebody else said. So everybody, we are at 74. So that I need all my people who are watching on replay. We are 16
26.
away.
26.
Oh, no, I mean, sorry, 26 away. I can't do math. 26 away. Oh, and I gotta give myself my 100th shot. I think I'm gonna do it in my tummy because that's where I started. My first shot was in my tummy, and I'm gonna do my 100th shot on my tummy. Oh, here we go. Put this down a little bit like this. I always do it when sitting down is better because my stomach is more relaxed and my legs are more relaxed if I'm doing it in my legs, and it's less likely to have an issue where there's a little bubble on the top sometimes if it's too firm. Okay. So and then you take off
Sorry, excuse me.
the lid before you do any twisting. Off goes the lid. If you twist before you pull off that thing, it ruins it. So you take the cap off first.
Did you unlock it?
Nope, I'm gonna unlock it while it's on me. And it's at least 2 inches away from my belly button. Unlock and go.
Second click.
Yep, 2 clicks. No bubbles. Very good. And they could not feel it at all. Seriously, not at all.
I thought
Zero
maybe on
pain.
your 100th one it would hurt.
You think? Oh my goodness.
Oh,
And
it
oh, hey, and Grant's going to be tomorrow night on Round Mound of Zepbound. Oh, that's great, Grant. I'm going to have to watch that. I really enjoyed watching It's Darium was on Round Mound of Zepbound. And oh, that was a really good episode. And I'd love to have It's Darium on sometime. And I would like to have Round Mound of Zepbound sometime on our show as well. So let them know that, Grant, that I would love to have either of them on our show. And now let's see who. live. Why is it not showing my? Oh, it is. It's this one. It's the. There we go. All right, let's see. Maybe it makes you feel joy to know that you get to wear the crown. Let's see who our 3 crown winners today are for our top fans. We have third place is Denise Walker. Yay! Second place is Grant Campbell. Woohoo! And number 1 is Sandy Murphy. Yay! All right, you guys. And next Sunday will be our regular time, uh, 2:30 Central, where we'll be doing the next chapter in food intelligence. And I'll see you next Monday too for our next Mounjaro Monday Live. Love you guys. Hold on to your anchor moments and make it a great day. Bye-bye.